Hello, and welcome to Sarcastic Spinster, where I question the behavior of the minions of the Pussy Hat Goddess, aka the women's movement, because lover or hater, we need to understand her. And today I want to talk about Lady Gaga, who is not a minion. And it is that contrast between what she is doing to claim her own power and how the minions of the Pussy Hat Goddess are trying to claim your power and delegate it to the government that I really want to highlight. And I'm not talking about Lady Gaga's music or her music videos. I am talking about Lady Gaga, the woman, the person, the individual, because she is really quite interesting. If you have never seen an interview with Lady Gaga, I highly recommend it. She is surprisingly sedate in interviews and quite soft spoken and drops these truth bombs in just a very calm fashion. And so much so that they're easily missed when you stop to think about what she said. It's really quite profound. This is a woman who is not afraid to share her vulnerabilities and to share her struggles and enable us all to learn from her example. And I applaud her for that. She is claiming her power as a woman and as an individual. And I think that is absolutely wonderful. Now, the first time I was impressed by Lady Gaga, it was when I saw an interview with her over her performance for the Super Bowl halftime show. And what was really interesting was that she wasn't all, super pumped and super hyped and, oh, yeah, it's all going to be so fabulous. She was talking about how much work it was, and not in a whiny fashion, not in a self-pitying fashion, just this is the facts. To put something like this together, it takes a lot of work. And so for those of you who are looking to get into this industry, just know that yeah, it may look easy, but it's a lot of friggin' work to get something like this done. And becoming successful does not mean that now I get to kick back and relax, because once you become successful, you are now constantly in competition with yourself because you always have to outdo your last performance. And it just becomes more and more work and more stressful. And oh, look at that. Chinook's got to join the party. Hi, baby. Okay, get down. Yep, get down. And it was just really, no, it was just, no, it was really very impressive to hear it talked about that way. Just not sugarcoating everything, not making it, all sunshine and lollipops, and not completely ripping the veil off of it and being all ugly about it either. It was just the facts. And that is the truth in whatever industry you go into. It takes a lot of work to become successful. And if you're not willing to put in the work, don't expect to really become successful. And if you think that being successful means that you stop working, you don't have the right idea about it. So, because becoming successful means that you're just working even harder to maintain that level of success. So, I found that really fascinating. And then just recently, I saw another interview with her where she was talking about her struggle with depression. And she was talking about mental illness and depression, and that she had to take antidepressants because without them, she's just, really unhappy. But that she started looking around at what she was doing, that she was just exhausted all the time. And that's part of stuff that comes with that level of success, especially in that particular industry, that there are a lot of expectations that are put on you. So she couldn't just be a recording artist anymore. She couldn't be just a songwriter anymore. Now she had to dabble in this and she had to dabble in that. And she had to put her name over here and she had to put her name over there. And everybody wants a piece of her. And she realized that she had been turned into a money-making machine for other people. And she didn't like being used that way. And I can't say as I blame her. And she was bold enough to ask the question, why am I doing these things that don't make me happy? If I don't enjoy making my own fragrances and selling perfume, why am I doing that? Why am I spending my time, my very limited time, because I am an incredibly busy, successful person, doing these things I don't enjoy? And I applaud her for that, for daring to question, why am I doing this just because it's what other people expect me to do? And that I thought was just amazing from a women's perspective. So, looking at it that way, of being able to question, well, wait a minute, why am I doing just what's expected? Why am I just doing this just because it's what people expect me to do? Just because, I am X and therefore I must do A, B, and C. Well, why can't I be X and do B, C, and D? Why can't I be X and do, JKLM? Why does being X mean I have to do ABC? Why? And you know what? I'm not going to do it anymore. And I applaud her for that. I really do. That is what it means to claim your power. And then I saw something today where she wore a suit, an oversized men's suit that was actually made for women, but it just, an oversized men's suit. That's what she wore to the L Women in Films event or award show or something, something like that in the entertainment industry. I don't care about the award show, so I can't keep them straight. And what she said about that, I thought was really, really interesting. And she was very, very honest and talking about going shopping for a gown to wear to that event. And that she was looking at this gown and that gown and kind of, I think about going and picking out a gown for an event like that, and it would be so much fun. And I would have an absolute blast with it until I actually started trying on clothes, because I do not have an off the rack figure. So clothes shopping is just, it's almost downright torture for me. But the idea of going and shopping for a gown for an event like that would be really exciting for me, but that would be because of the novelty. So I can't imagine what it's like when you're going to award show after award show after award show, and it's not like you can wear the same 3 or 4 gowns over and over again. That would start to drive me crazy. And so she started thinking about the gowns and what the gowns and the expectation of the gowns said about women in entertainment. And it was really quite profound. And I I I like it because it went along with some of the stuff I've said in previous videos on here. And of course, I love it when I'm validated by somebody else. She must be right because she agrees with me. So, just laying that out there that may be one of the reasons I love this so much. But it's the whole, this is what is expected of us, that we have to show up in these gorgeous yet highly uncomfortable gowns, that we are presenting ourselves as our outside only, ignoring what is truly us, which is what is on the inside. Now, these are not her words. I will, send you out onto the internet, checking out YouTube to look and see if you can find what she actually said about it. I didn't want to read the whole article because I didn't want to get into copyright issues. But it really was just that moment of, what am I doing? Okay, I've got, why do I have to wear something uncomfortable that is going to just focus solely on my outside? And so I did capture part of it that she said, because it was just, so she says, they were all dresses. This was an oversized men's suit made for a woman, not a gown. And then I began to cry. In this suit, I felt like me today. In this suit, I felt the truth of who I am well up in my gut. And then, wondering what I wanted to say tonight became very clear to me. As a sexual assault survivor by someone in the entertainment industry, as a woman who was still not brave enough to say his name, as a woman who lives with chronic pain, and as a woman who was conditioned at a very young age to listen to what men told me to do, I decided today that I wanted to take the power back. Today, I wear the pants. She reclaimed her power, and I applaud her for that. And I applaud her for being an example to other women to do it in such a simple way. And reclaiming your power is about what you do within you. It is not about shoving it in the face of anybody else. Reclaiming your power is about what you do to satisfy you. And wearing a suit instead of a gown is a small thing. But to her, it was huge. Okay. Chinook. Now that's a good boy. And it is in really small ways every day that we can do that and reclaim our power. And claiming your power is something you do over and over again. It's a lot like success. Once you've reached it, it doesn't mean that you have to stop working. You have to continue to succeed every day. Just because you have claimed your power once doesn't mean that you don't have to continue to claim your power day after day after day. Claiming your power is a conscious decision that you make over and over and over again. And I was just so impressed to see somebody actually talking about it that way, and not of a, oh, well, the government needs to pass a law. We need to elect this person. We need to go out and march. We need to get together in big group think. We need to call names, call anybody who doesn't believe with us names. It wasn't talking about misogynists and old white men. It was just, this is what makes me feel like me. And I'm going to claim my power. I thought it was beautifully done. And she looked great in the oversized men's suit. And I gotta say, as somebody who would rather be comfortable than stylish, I gotta applaud that too. So props to Lady Gaga for claiming her power and being a wonderful example to women by doing so. God bless you, my lady.